What up, Dokkanners? LR, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the other 11th anniversary part 2 LR. Let's take a look at what this guy can do. We will jump into the action after reading the unit's kit. I'm going to give my hidden potential ideas, and then we'll go through some stuff, and I'll give my final thoughts at the end of the video. When it comes to figuring out a hidden potential build for this guy, it's kind of tough, and I feel like there's no real wrong answer. Depending on your playstyle, that's really going to be the ultimate deciding factor here. So this guy is a GT Heroes Power of Wishes, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, 200%, 170% lead, extra stats plus 50 to all out struggle, Earthbred fighters, Giant Ape Power. For the 12 key, permanently stacks attack and defense for 1 turn, causes Colossal. For the 18 key, raises attack by 44% permanently, raises defense permanently, causes Mega Colossal damage to the enemy. 44%, by the way, for those of you who don't know, it's right in between regular attack and defense stacking and greatly. So when you see someone greatly raising attack and defense permanently, that's 50%. Regular is 30%. This is 44. A little bit on the closer side to the greatly, but it's not quite there yet. For the EX super attack, this one will raise attack and defense by 44%, cause ultimate damage, and then raise allies attack by 10% in battle. This is our second perma team stacking super attack effect. The first one having been the LR INT Trunks and Vegeta. How does that happen? When the first attack in the turn is a super attack with 24 key, you have a 70% chance of that super attack being upgraded into an EX. That's busted. Giving everybody permanent attack stacking with this guy on top of the Trunks and Vegeta. Like, imagine these two on the same team. Trunks and Vegeta's one rotation, this guy's the other rotation. That is some crazy juicing over the course of a battle. And that's more long form content friendly. I feel like this unit is more so, at least this version, this character is more long form friendly. But let's take a look at the passive. Attack and defense plus 400%, receives an additional key plus 3 per rainbow key sphere obtained, receives an additional key plus 1 per type key sphere obtained, guards all attacks, 40% damage reduction, changes AGL and physical key spheres to rainbow 1 time. 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, you get 25% damage reduction. 4 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, you get 15% damage reduction. After receiving or evading an attack, all allies key plus 2, defense plus 20%, self-excluded. When attacking with 14 or more key, attacks effective against all types, launches an additional super attack. When attacking with 24 key, launches an additional super attack. 1-time activation, but it's permanent, attack and defense plus 100%. And then turn 1, if you've got GT Heroes or Power of Wishes on the team, you can perform reversible exchange, or you can go straight up from turn 3. So before we switch over, let me talk about this. This guy is your stacking unit. This is how you can build up the stats of your character before you ultimately switch to the Goku. The thing about the damage reduction is that on turn 1, you have the ability to change 2 types of key spheres to rainbow, meaning the first turn, you're probably going to be able to get 40% extra damage reduction from all this, giving you a total of 80% damage reduction plus guard. That is good, but that is only for the first turn. So let's just say, assuming the first turn, you are covered in slot 1, and you are launching a couple of supers, stacking the attack and defense, you maybe even manage to get the EX attack off. That's great. But then after that, this guy is going to be a little bit more vulnerable because you lose the damage, the potential damage reduction consistency by not having the ability to change orbs. You're going to have to rely on other characters to provide that rainbow orb changing. If that is something that you can consistently do, then this guy as Vegeta, presently constructed, will be a nicer slot 1 character. But don't forget, there are still risks with slot 1 units with these newer events like getting stunned, getting sealed. And since this guy is reliant on stacking to ultimately give him and the team some stats, therein sort of lies the weakness. So he doesn't necessarily have to be a slot 1 outside of turn 1, because outside of turn 1, you can swap him over to Goku and then have him do his thing, which we'll get to in a minute, or you can just move him into the slot 2. So I wanted to point that out before jumping to the next part of this character, because I think that's important to point out. Whereas the UI Goku and the Royal Blue, they are great as slot 1s. Even if they get stunned or sealed, they will still serve a purpose and they will still defend the rotation. This guy is much more vulnerable outside of turn 1. So that is sort of a downside to the character, but where they sort of have a deficiency, where this character sort of has a bit of a deficiency in the short form content, this unit will make up for in the long form content. And with Spirit Bomb Z and Spirit Bomb GT on the horizon, there's probably going to be some long form content that is, more friendly to these sorts of characters. So that being said, let's go ahead and now switch over to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This guy has the active skill and not the EX attack. For his super attack, greatly raise attack for 1 turn, cause Colossal. For the 18 key, massively raise attack for 1 turn, causes Mega Colossal damage. For the passive, attack and defense plus 400%, additional key plus 3 per int key sphere obtained, additional key plus 1 per non-int key sphere obtained. Crit, damage reduction and dodge plus 40%. 1 time only, changes STR and tech key spheres to int. When attacking, attack plus 200%, defense plus 100%. For every attack performed, be it an attack or a super, either way, crit, damage reduction, and dodge plus 10% within the turn. So that means if you were to launch somehow 6 attacks, that means you would give yourself guaranteed crit, 100% damage reduction, and guaranteed dodge within that turn. With 3 or more int key spheres obtained, if you manage to do that once, you will permanently give yourself 40% crit. With 5 or more int key spheres obtained, you'll only be able to do that once. You'll give yourself a permanent additional super attack. With 7 or more int key spheres obtained, you'll get another additional super attack, one-time activation, but it's permanent. So on the first turn of this guy's appearance, you will give yourself all of the combo power, all of the critical power, and then at that point, you're essentially using whatever stacks that you have gained from the Vegeta form into powering up the Goku's slot 2 onslaught a lot more. This guy is not going to be a slot 1. He shifts more into the slot 2 or slot 3. Active skill can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, changes AGL and physical key spheres to int key spheres, power of wishes, category allies key plus 4, attack and defense plus 44%, GT heroes, allies key plus 4, defense plus 44% for 1 turn. So if a character is on the rotation that fits both, Spirit Bomb GT, then you will give that unit key plus 8, attack plus 44%, defense plus 44%. So again, this guy shifts you into the slot 2 in terms of damage. I mean, you guys know the archetype, right? The slot 1 is your defender, the dodger. The slot 2 is your damage dealer, the all-out offensive. The slot 3 tends to be the support, sort of the fall off, the extra, the tertiary character. So with this guy and what he can do, multiple turn, he can do it on 1 turn, and he can do it with the active skill, where he can give you orb changing to give you more int key spheres. So out of those 2 turns, you should be able to accomplish this part of the passive. What's going to make this guy more powerful is the stats that you have gained from the Vegeta form. So switching back and forth will definitely be part of the strategy here. There is a way to make this character viable in the short form, but it's a little bit harder, I feel like, on paper than the UI Royal Blue. So as far as hidden potential, it's very tough to say off the top of my head, because when you look at this, you've got critical, you've got additional, and you've got dodge all down pat in the slot 2 or slot 3. But the slot 1, if this guy gets locked there, not quite safe. 40% may not necessarily be enough. 40% damage reduction definitely won't be enough. So supplementing your damage reduction and dodge with some, or your base dodge and damage reduction with some extra dodge could be useful. For example, if you've got 20 dodge, 40 in your hidden potential, 40 dodge base passive means you are rocking a 52% collective dodge chance with this. Then when you get 10% more dodge from doing this, you now have a 50% base passive with a 20 hidden potential. That will now change your dodge from 52% to 60%. Then if you get another attack off, then your base passive is 60% with a 20 hidden potential dodge. That's going to bring your 60% up to 68%. So you are still going to get more dodge collectively, but is that worth spending 20 hidden potential points on dodge? Whereas if you switch to slot to the Vegeta, this guy, maybe you want to focus more so on additional so that he can launch more stacks. It's not a guarantee, but every time you super, whether it's a 12 key or an 18 key or an EX, you are always stacking. So if you give him more additional, then he can provide more means to make your Super Saiyan 4 Goku more lethal. So it honestly just depends on your playstyle. I think at the end of the day, I think probably the best build is going to be additionals and dodge. You're kind of giving the best of both worlds. You're giving combo power to Vegeta. You're also giving him dodge so that in the event of a stun or a seal, it doesn't hurt his bottom line, which is to stack. I think that's the most important thing. If you want to make the Goku better, Vegeta has to stack. In order for Vegeta to stack as the slot 1, you're going to need to give him some way out of potentially getting sealed or stunned. So I think max dodge, the rest additional is probably going to be good. Any combination of the two. Critical on the Vegeta is unfortunate. You can throw a little bit in there if you want. If you want to just put a little bit in all of it, that's also fine. I tend to focus more on 2 out of the 3. He has attacks effective against all types, which is a pseudo critical effect. It's not going to do the same level of damage, but again, his main purpose is to stack and build up the Goku. So yeah, I'm gonna say dodge and additional for right now. It's tough, man. I like the UI because it's very easy to just decide what to do. This one, you can go in any direction. So that's my overall thoughts initially. This could change over the course of the video. Now we're gonna jump in and we're gonna do the usual couple of events. We're gonna see how we do. We are bringing GT Heroes. GT Heroes is like one of the best teams in the game. And now imagine this dude being second fiddle. Or actually, is he even going to be second fiddle? Will he still be the top dog on this team? Let's find out. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to start with the Extreme Future Boss Rush. And it looks like we got the rotations perfect. All right, cool. They are both where they're supposed to be, and they're both my units. So let's go ahead and try this out. Oh, intro. Oh, shoot.
Sorry for the wait, Kakarot.
Well done. You amaze me.
We can do this. After all, we're Saiyans. We were born to fight. Save it till we're done.
That's so crazy, dude. That's so crazy. Oh my god, that animation is so good. That's so good. Okay. All right. So here we go. All that extra orb changing. We can actually pick up 5 rainbow key spheres. Wow. All right. So there you go. That is what we wanted. So we've been given 40%. We have 80% damage reduction and guard. Against this fight, we're not going to take any damage. So this isn't, quite the best place to try this, but we got to start somewhere. So we're going to do that. We've got max key. So we will be doing some stacking. Hopefully we can launch the EX attack to give everybody some attack juice. We also have an additional attack and defense plus 100%, guaranteed 2 supers on top of our main. So we're going to be getting some nice stacking before we can swap him over to the Goku. Next up, I think I'm going to want to keep this guy around because I might need to swap. The good thing about GT Heroes is you have a little... Nah, I'm going to keep this guy around. I want to keep that legendary power link active. The good thing about this category is that you have a few characters that can sort of shoulder the slot 1 responsibilities. It's more of a job by committee. It doesn't have to fall on the one unit. Like for Universe 7, you're stuck with the one guy. You have to have that one person be in slot 1. You don't have much wiggle room. Here you can move some pieces around, and that's what's good about GT Heroes. EX. 27.5 million attack stat.
Final shine attack!
Oh my god, animation. We did 15 million damage, no crit, by the way. We have no crit on the unit. We're at 55%, level 1 links. This is the follow-up. We are still stacking. 7 million damage, no crit. 13.4 million attack set on the third super. $7 million damage, no crit. All right. Again, damage isn't the name of the game. We're trying to build up. Unfortunately, both of these units are kind of in that mode. So having them on the same rotation outside of turn 1 can be a little risky. Unless you can get those 4 rainbow key spheres again. There are characters that can provide that. I don't remember off the top of my head which on GT Heroes can do that. Whenever I think rainbow orb changing, I always think of physical path to power Kid Goku. So now everybody's got a 10% attack boost, team boost, because of that EX attack. Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is okay. Turn 1, Super Saiyan 4 is kind of mogging the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. That's okay though. We know the roles.
Fusion! Ha! I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I am the one who will destroy you.
Oh my god, so beautiful. So beautiful. He released 6 months ago. All right. We got more rainbow orb changing, and look at that. We still managed to get 4 rainbow key spheres. So we're going to put him in slot 1. I'm going to have him go after the Goku Black Rose. Remember, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can also handle slot 1 responsibilities. You've got guard, you got 50% damage reduction. He's also providing team boost for 4 turns. And also, he needs to get hit in order to get his active skill on the following turn. So this is another great thing about it. While it may seem individually that this guy is inferior in some ways to the UI Royal Blue, remember, this team is much more cohesive than the Tournament of Power or Realm of Gods. People can shift around and take on multiple roles, and this guy will help shoulder the burden on the Super Saiyan 4. And I think that is very good. That means that you can... The builds are not going to make or break the character. It's more so about the team composition that's going to help. So yeah, this guy, I'm going to move him into slot 1 probably when I switch to the Super Saiyan 4. So let's have him stay right there, and let's have him go after Zamsu. And then we'll have Gogeta do this as well. Okay. 70% team defense now for 4 turns. Okay, so far so good. Can you hit me with a super mother? Another EX. 25.8 million attack stat.
Final shine attack!
Yep. Damage, same as before. That's okay. We got this, foo. Man. 2 units on a rotation with this level of animations. What an age we live in. Am I right, Dokkan fans? So now we're rocking 20% attack juice for the entire team. Counter? Really? All right. So now we've lost the orb changing. As you can see, we cannot pick up 4 rainbow key spheres. On this event, that's not a problem. On other events, that could be a problem. So if we want to switch, we can. I am going to keep this guy stacking for right now, just because I don't think this is going to be a very bad situation. So I'm going to do this. I want to see if Rose does attack, how much we'll take in the slot 1. And then I'm going to do this because I kind of want to like show competing stacking units. Now, obviously, this guy being level 1 links, that is going to make a big difference. Saiyan Roar not being there, you know, legendary power not being there. But still, I want to see how the Super Saiyan 4 7th anniversary unit can hold up with this new meta. And you know what? Let's just try to take him out. I want to just get him out of here. All right, no super. He heals. Nobody cares. EX again. 28.5 million attack stat. You can see though that the attack progression is pretty steady. 28.5. That's not a lot. 14 million damage, no crit. Now we got 14.4 million attack stat on the follow-up. We're still stacking attack and defense. $14.8 million attack stat again. $7 million. Is it worth investing in crit for Vegeta? I don't think so. I think there's so much raw power on GT heroes that you don't need that. I don't. He's a microwave. You're just warming up the unit, building up as much as you can, and then when he's ready to bust out of his shell, you just switch him to Goku and then murderize everything. But what's great about what he's accomplishing for this rotation is he's not only allowing himself to build up, but he's also helping this guy, the Super Saiyan 4s, build up as well. They also need some time in the oven before they become Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? Uh-oh. Yeah. This guy... Nah, this guy's still useful because he's going to be giving team defense, team damage reduction. So yeah, he's still useful. All right, I want to stack. So I'm going to actually keep... Oh my god. Even less rainbow keysters. I'm going to have the Vegeta go after Zamasu here. And then I'm going to have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta take out Goku Black. It's funny how STR Goku Super Saiyan 4 has done nothing. All right, so with only 40% damage reduction and guard, how much are we taking on this guy? It should not be too much. This is a pretty mediocre fight. Wow. There you go. I mean, there you go. Wow. We did not get the EX. We had 22 million attack stat. But that's pretty eye-opening. So, yeah. With only 40% damage reduction and guard on this event, that's how much we're taking. This is a pretty old event now. And that means that this guy is very much vulnerable. So unless you have consistent Rainbow Orb Key Sphere changers, I would say switch him and move him into the slot 2. Or give him Max Dodge. Max Dodge isn't going to solve the problem, but it is going to allow for this guy to become a little bit more consistent in that slot 1 minus the Rainbow Key Spheres. He is int, so that actually you can give him quite a bit of dodge. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and switch now.
I won't lose.
We have only a 20% team attack juice. So with all the orb changing, we could use the active, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna have this guy go off. He should not be in slot 1. He should be in slot 2. But since this is a pretty medium fight, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Plus, I kind of want to see how much we would take. 40% damage reduction with almost a million defense. So with 7 int key spheres, is it 7 int or just any key sphere? It's int. Okay, it has to be int. So with this, we activate all parts of the passive. We are going to be getting 2 additional supers and an extra 40% crit. We're going to have 80% crit. So here we go. We're going to do that. And then if this dude is somehow still alive, we're going to let the Super Saiyan 4s do something. And then this guy is last. Okay. He didn't do it. Wow. We took 220,000. Not a slot 1. 40 million attack stat. I think 41 million attack stat. Animations going crazy. Rip building. 22.4 million on a crit. 29.1 million attack stat on the second super. We're at 60. We're at 100% crit now. We have guaranteed crit, by the way. 16 million damage on that one. 31 million attack stat on the third super. We have guaranteed crit. We have 70% dodge. We have 70% damage reduction. 17 million damage. And that's it. We did not get... Actually, no, that was it. We don't have anything in hidden potential. So there you go. That is the essence of the Super Saiyan 4 combo. You stack and stack and stack with the Vegeta, then you swap over to the Goku, and you finish off the opponent. In terms of damage output for that first turn at 55%, I was expecting more, but we have 0 points in additional. That matters. I do hope we kill here. Ouch. One more? All right, that should take him out. All right, so I'm going to switch my other Vegeta. I'm going to switch him back to Goku, and we're going to use the active. We're just going to pretend like we already used up the orb changing. And so this is the second turn with the Super Saiyan 4, and then we're going to use his active. So let's go ahead and do this.
I won't lose.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and use the active. I want to see this. Let's go ahead and do that.
I need to gather energy from the entire universe. Citizens of the universe, give me all your energy! Thank you, everyone. This is it.
48 million damage, no crit, but now we juice up everybody. Remember, this is the first turn with this Goku, So we didn't give ourselves the extra 40% crit before launching this. Ideally, you do that first, and then you come back on the following turn, and then you activate this active skill. So that would have done a whole lot more damage. We didn't do it because this fight is just shorter and simpler. But we are going to stress test in the slot 1 because I want to see how much we take in the slot 1. We got 40% dodge. We got 40% damage reduction. All of these orbs are ours. So we do all that. We have also given ourselves extra stats from the active skill. So with all that said, how much would we take from Fusion Zamasu? Let's find out. Let's do this. And then we'll do this. This isn't about winning. This is about stress testing right here. Go on, hit me. Oh, crap. He dodged. Okay. 57 million attack stat. That was risky. That was 40% dodge, but we got it. Actually, it's not 40%. It is 41.2% because we do have 5 dodge. All right, so we did a good amount of damage there. 41 million attack stat on the follow-up. I did not remember what the damage was in the first one. I think it was like 30 something. We did 24 million on the follow-up. This is now 43.4 million attack stat on the third super. We're at guaranteed crit, by the way. 25 million damage, and that's it. Pretty simple, actually. Pretty simple. I do hope, I mean, there is festival battles, but I do hope that there are other events where we can more accurately experience the long form benefits of this guy. We sort of had to rush it on this shorter one. And what we're about to do next, Bio Broly, definitely not going to work. We're still going to do it to show why it doesn't work there. But after that, what could we do? We could do Shadow Dragon Boss Rush. That'd be a good one. Some people might find this unit to be underwhelming because it's not, you know, hitting cataclysmic numbers, but I think it's a perfect fit for GT Heroes. Like that's the best part of this. All right, good first start. We got a little bit of a taste. Let's move on to the next one. Oh boy, I only have one attempt on Bio Broly because I used up the rest for the UI Royal Blue Showcase. So we're gonna just take what we can get from this. Let's just see what we can do. They're both on the first rotation, so that kind of ruins this. We'll just see what happens right away. We have 80% damage reduction and we've got guard. So how much will we take in slot 1? 80% damage reduction and guard. There it is. All right. Then we got Super Saiyan 4 in slot 2, so he will still get his full benefits. And then this guy, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter how many Rainbow Key Spheres we get because he ain't gonna do nothing. All right, go on, hit me. Don't dodge this with your 5 dodge. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. He needs dodge. He needs dodge. 80% damage reduction and guard. Obviously type disadvantage, you know, there is that. But he needs dodge. He's gonna need some dodge. And since he got stunned, look at that. No supering, no stacking. This is not going to be sustainable on a fight like this. Now, this isn't the only fight in the game, so, you know, judging it just based on this, I don't think is fair. But it is worth mentioning that this is something that has already been here. We've had this event for a couple months now. It's only going to get worse. And I still haven't even done the new events yet, so I have no idea what to expect for all that. Wait, did we get an EX? I wasn't even paying attention. What I am going to do, though, is I am going to use a Whis next turn. I want to see how much damage we take when we come back and we put the Vegeta back in the slot 1 with a Whis. I want to see if that's going to do anything. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and skip. All right, so it's turn 3. I was able to sort of manipulate the field to get 3. Oh, no, we got 4. I can't count. We got 4. Okay, so 100% damage reduction and guard. That is what we are testing on turn 3 with Vegeta in the slot 1. Let's see how much we take. 100% because we got Whis active. You can't go beyond 100% damage reduction. So who gives us more synergy? We got 5 here. We've got 6 over here. So let's get this guy in slot 2. We're going to lose. It doesn't matter. And then we'll do this. All right, here we go. We got almost a million health. No, a billion health. 100% damage reduction and guard. Don't dodge this. Okay. Turn 3. Nice. Okay, that's good. That is good. With a Whis. I think that's worth showing. Without the Whis, that would have been disastrous, because with 80% damage reduction in the guard on turn 1, we took... Actually, we also have a 70% defense boost from the Gogeta. But yeah, turn 1, taking 400k, that is a big oof. All right, so now we're just going to try to play to win and do whatever we can to win. Next turn, I will probably use a Whis again, just so that the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can go off more so in slot. Oh, no, he can't. Man, what do we do in slot 1 with this setup? I don't think we can do anything. I think we're actually in trouble next turn. Next turn we got... Yeah, I'll probably have to bite the bullet with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta again. I think that's probably our best chance at winning this. Unless we just want to have Gogeta be stunned. I guess we could do that too. 90% damage reduction in guard. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. No. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Might as well. I'll just use the active. Whatever. Oh, you know what? I should actually use this after... Yeah, let me redo that. So we're doing 83 million. Okay. We should have waited for... I mean, I don't know if we could have, but waiting a turn, giving him all the orbs to give him the extra crit would have made his active skill better. But we're doing this to try to win. So I want to give the... I want to give the Gogeta extra attack. Ew. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? He doesn't have extra attack. He's not Power of Wishes. Yeah, he's not Power of Wishes. He gets the defense boost. The active skill gave him more defense. Aha. Okay, so if anything, we just made things more consistent for him in the slot 1 for defense. Oh, but you know what? We're now gonna be using up. Yeah, okay, so that was a mistake. This was pointless. We did less damage, if anything. We did less damage. Wow. Okay. So if I do this, let me just see. Can we still get 7 key spheres? INT key spheres? Nope. All right, one more reset. I think actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna move him into slot 3, and I think I should use a Whis just to make sure we survive. And then I'll use the active, and then I will float him off. We're gonna give Gogeta a little bit more defense in slot 1, and yeah, let's see how much we can do here. Wait, that's so much. Wait, what the heck? I got a crit and it did 45 million damage. I just noticed. Okay, all right. Well, here we go. Let's see what we do this turn. We're also going to be getting some extra attack juice courtesy of the AGL Super Saiyan 4. He dodged. I wasted that Whis. I don't even think we're going to be able to see INT Super Saiyan 4. I think we're going to kill him. There's no way, dude. You failed me up. We failed up. Oh, no, that didn't do it. Okay. No, I think we'll still get to see it. Wow. Again, you gotta judge this guy differently than the UI Royal Blue. It's not about just individual feats. It's also about how he fits into the well-oiled machine. GT Heroes just got that much better. 57.6 million attack stat for this dude. Very nice. Actually, wait. Is this guy Power of Wishes? Because, like, Pan was praying and stuff. I don't know. 54 million attack stat to start. Okay. We have 80% crit right now. This is 90%, actually. 35 million damage. All right. 38 million attack stat on the second. And now we've got guaranteed crit. We are on Power of Wishes. The AGL unit is on Power of Wishes. 25 million damage on a crit. Another super. 41 million attack stat. $27 million damage on a crit. And we dodged. And now we come back here, and that's a wrap. Look at that. The Super Saiyan 4s, are they Power of Wishes? I am now suddenly not aware of Power of Wishes. Okay. So we could totally just do this. Oh, that gives us rainbow key spheres. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I got to see. I have to see it. Okay. I'm going to do it. We're probably going to lose, but I got to do it. 4 rainbow key spheres, slot 1. Okay. 80% damage reduction in guard. I gotta see it. I have to see it. I need answers. All right, I gotta see it. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, dude, I just wanted to see you win. This is about science. Dokkan science. We got extra stats from last turn from the Super Saiyan 4 attack. Oh my god. What? Oh, we got a Whis active. Damn it. I forgot we had a Whis. All right. We had a Whis. I'm sorry. We had a Whis. Whatever. Okay. We're trying to win. We're trying to. Yeah, okay. That was a Whis. I was about to blurt out that that was just him on his own, but nope. That was very much a Whis. I was thinking to myself, there's just no way we could have actually achieved that. There's no way. If this guy doesn't kill, then next turn we can actually test out Vegeta maybe one more time. I doubt it though, but we'll see. Oh wait, no, we can't. He floated off. Yeah, this is it. I'm just happy we won. I'm just happy we managed to get a win in the one try that we had left on Bio Broly. All right, that was good. Moving on to the next one. All right, we're taking on GDC Special Battle number 1 against the Rose and the Zamasu. I made some changes. I brought in the LR Gods. They also have Rainbow Orb changing. It sort of gives a second wind to the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta form. So that will actually help. And I'm also bringing in the Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku because I think we need to show what that guy can do in the context of a Giant 8 power team. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I brought a Sensu Bean in case. But for this first turn, I'm putting Vegeta slot 1. Yeah, look at all them rainbow key spheres. Am I right? All right, so let's go after you. We'll pick up the 4 rainbow key spheres. I'm glad that it's 4 because if it was 5, oh my god, that would have been. I would have been very upset. Okay, so yeah, we'll do this. I don't think we're taking out Zamasu this turn, but let's see. This is a good turn. All right, go on, hit me. Not with that. But thank you for that. Nice. All right. Are we serious? Really? We took 300,000 on the first turn? I picked up 4 rainbow key spheres, didn't I? Now I'm questioning if I picked up the rainbow key spheres or not. We had 25 million attacks that we did 14 million damage, no crit. We've given everybody 10% attack juice. Biggest beneficiary of this is going to be the Diamond Super Saiyan 4 next turn. That is very disappointing. Wow. 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 Rose super attack did that much? I feel like the links made a big difference because against Bio Broly, we took double digits on the first. Actually, now I don't even remember that. All right, I'm exhausted, so whatever. You guys can just go back and look. There you go. I'm just stress testing. I'm showing y'all what's going on. All I've seen so far is that dodge would be useful for the guy. And Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he only gives himself 10% additional dodge per attack. He is not going to be launching 6 attacks every turn, even with max additional. So dodge, I think, is absolutely vital to this character and consistency, both as Vegeta and as Goku. So max dodge is looking more and more like what I want to do. I think max dodge, the rest additional. I think a 20/20 additional dodge will be a good way to do this. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's try it again. Diamond Super Saiyan 4 is in slot 1. We don't want that, so let's go ahead and use a Sensu Bean. So let's do this. We got 4 rainbow key spheres. Oh, I want to keep the STRs around though. Okay, so let's do this. And then Goku, currently benefiting from the attack juice from last turn, 10%. Also the 70% extra defense bump. So we're gonna do this. We're probably gonna get started on attacking the Rose. Ooh, that's gonna hurt the gods. Yeah, it's gonna hurt the gods quite a bit. We might lose here. We might lose in the slot 3, maybe. I just took 48,000. This is the craziest thing. I'm questioning whether I picked up 4 rainbow key spheres. I know I picked up 4 rainbow key spheres. Nice. Okay. Thank you for not doing the EX. Appreciate it. 60 million damage on that one. Zamasu is dead and nothing. Nice. Oh, he's not dead. Oh, thankfully he's attacking here. Oh, wait, actually, we might be in danger. Nice dodge. Hey, let's go. Nice dodge. All right. I feel like I'm going crazy. Dokkan is gaslighting me. I could have sworn I picked up 4 rainbow key spheres. It just seems unbelievable to me that we're taking that much damage with Vegeta slot 1. Do the links matter that much against this fight? Okay, even more sad, this guy hasn't taken out Zamasu. Are we serious? I mean, this is probably good. Making Rose stronger would probably be bad. But, dude, take him out. He's got no health left. Smack him! Oh my god. Are you serious? Okay. All right. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. We got guard. We got damage reduction. We should be good the first turn. Dude, what is going on? Why am I taking so much damage? What is happening? 4 rainbow key spheres, okay? 4 of them. 4 rainbow key spheres. I don't even care about Goku on this fight. I just care about the Vegeta. What am I doing? That was 4 rainbow key spheres. That was 4 rainbow key spheres, okay? We got 80% damage reduction, and we got guard, okay? I do need to put the Goku in slot 2. Yeah, so I'm gonna use a Sensu Bean. I do have to put him in slot 2. Let's do that. All right. How can we bring more orbs down for the Super Saiyan 4s? Suppose we'll have to do this. Okay. And then we'll do this. Okay. I picked up 4. I know I did. All right, cool. He's gonna, okay. He's gonna attack me. 80% damage reduction and guard. Don't you dare. Don't you dare hit me for more than double digits. You.
What did I do before? What did I do?
I'm gonna chalk it up to brain fog. Comment section down below, please just give me a play-by-play on what I did. I'm recording this. I can't go back and see what I'm recording while it's recording. I don't know. All I can say is get those links up. If just do it. Links are important, clearly. And this Zamasu is hanging on by a thread and just wreaking havoc on my brain. Can you kill him, please? You dead yet? Oh my god. Surely you die now, right? Yeah, he's gone. Oh, crap. Now he's gonna attack. I wish he just attacked once. Now he's gonna attack the Rose. Oh, he might be dead. Oh, we got a counter. Nice counter. Okay. All right, this next turn is gonna be fun. Vegeta slot 1 versus juiced up Rose. That's if we can get rainbow key spheres. We don't have any of the fusions around, so we can't get any rainbow orb changing. Ooh, yeah, we don't have it. We don't have it. Okay. So I think our only move here is to just switch him and pray. I think that's all we can do. If anything, I'm gonna give more defense to the Gogeta. So let me do that actually. So how do we do this? If I change those orbs, let me do this.
I won't lose.
Okay, so this is gonna give him defense. So let me do that. It is making him stronger too, though. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. How much is this gonna do? Okay. All right. You know what? Actually, I think we have an angle. Let me rerun this. All right. That's going to give everybody extra attack bonus. Then we're going to do this. Rosé's getting stronger. All the while I do this. Okay. And then we're going to do this. And then we're going to use the active skill to give everybody. Actually, wait. Everybody's going to get. Is Goku Power of Wishes? Yeah, no, of course he is, right? Of course he's Power of Wishes. This whole thing came from a wish, right? He's not Power of Wishes. Wow. Okay. So only the slot 1 actually gets the defense there. We're probably gonna lose, but still, I mean, it was a pretty good effort. But let's just see how much damage the Gogeta is gonna take now with the extra defense in the slot 1. Yo. Okay. Okay. All right. I was expecting more. Maybe Bio Broly's rotted my brain. Is he gonna super? Wow. Okay. All right. Even outside of the slot 1, we are still getting some defensive excellence courtesy of Gogeta and of course the extra support from the Super Saiyan 4. That was nice. That was very nice. Giant power top tier. Well, GDC Special Battle was a breeze. Not really, but let's move on to the next one. One quick extra fight. Let's take on Cermix, the big bad boss of the Artificial Lifeforms Red Zone. This is like the epitome of short form content, hit the ground running content. Although that's very nice of you. That's not okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but sure. Yeah, you want to do that? That's fine. I want him to intercept the attack though. So he's still got 80% damage reduction. There's no before attacking stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna put you slot 1. Then I'm gonna have you slot 2. And then I'm gonna have you slot 3. I don't wanna compromise rainbow key. Nah, he's gonna transform next turn. It's fine. All right, let's see how this goes. This is a very generous first turn, I gotta say. We did not get the EX. That is disappointing. got all three of our supers. Stacked a good amount. Cool. 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 You know, I forgot. What is the gimmick for Cellmax? He does AoEs and he's evil. But like, what does he do? We do also have the extra 70% defense. I feel like that's not even a surprise anymore. That's just expected. On any GT Heroes team or Giant 8 Power team, you should always just have that. Let me look up what Cellmax's gimmick was again. Nothing. Oh, key -5 for enemies. I didn't even notice that. And there it is. Oh. Oh, yes. The super attack is an AoE. Ouchie. Yeah. Okay. So that also kind of hurts because the critical bypasses stat changes, but we still have guard and 80% damage reduction, which helps. So that's still pretty good. All right, not a bad first turn. Now this is typical Cellmax. This is common Cellmax behavior right here. Okay, so 4 Rainbow Key Spheres. We got 80% damage reduction. We got the Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku on slot 2. I want to see how this works. So I want to see what's going to happen to him. We do have 70% defense to Superclass. He has 200% defense when receiving an attack, but he does not have the 10% damage reduction, unfortunately. He does have 4% damage reduction. All right, so let's do this. And then we will do this. All right. Can we even survive the turn? And even if we don't, how much damage will the Vegeta be taking? That's what we care about. Oh, wait, that wasn't the super attack. That was the regular group attack. No EX once again. Shout out. Gotta love the RNG. I will say the UI animations in double speed look way better. You don't get to appreciate what's going on in this one, and it kind of just becomes a whole bunch of movement, you know, like blurred movement. I feel like it's harder to appreciate this at higher speed. All right, no super attack. Hey, we get an EX boost. All right, 40% for 2 turns. $78 million damage. Good lord. Okay, good damage. Good damage. This is your dynamic here. Between the anniversary LRs. Vegeta slot 1, Daima Goku slot 2. All right, here we go. How much are we taking? Probably a lot from Super Saiyan 4 Daima, right? 162 from him. He dodged it. Nice. 232. Oh, we're so dead. He's gonna do it again. I don't think we make it after this turn. If Daima Super Saiyan 4 gets hit, I think we're done. Let's see though. Next turn, I'm gonna swap Vegeta to Goku. We'll pick up orbs either from just his orb changing, or we'll use the active skill to give us more orb changing and a bigger heal. All those stat buffs that he just did, meaningless. $160. Nice dodge again. Okay, not meaningless. We actually took quite a bit less. All right, we're alive. I will take it. Okay, so I guess, I mean, dude, we could put him again in slot 1, but no. We got to heal and we got to give people defense. This Goku is not a Power of Wishes Goku. No. But he will get defense. So I'm going to leave him slot 1. I'm switching you to Goku mode. And I am going to go ahead and use his active. just for more orb.
Oh no. Oh no.
Where it's not on turn 4. Okay, well, rip. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. Okay, bunch of orb changing. The gods sadly do not have the full leader skill, but with type advantage and everything, we might be able to get away with this. Let's see. Regular attack is fine. Nice dodge. Nice. Okay, so we get to build up some defense. Very good. Very good. There's a lot of RNG involved on this turn. Oh, crap. He didn't counter. Can he dodge maybe? Nope. All right. We're fighting Gogeta on Special Battle 4 from GDC. I want to try to focus more so on Goku's abilities this time. So I'm going to put Gogeta slot 1. And I'm just going to start with Goku. We're just going to start right away with Goku. So let's go ahead and do this. And then this guy needs... Ew. Right. Hang on. I should have Gogeta pick up the orbs first and then swap. Oh, because now it changes. There we go. Look at all them orbs. All right, so we get the perma boost. Okay. And then we'll give this to Super Saiyan 4. Ew. Okay. Well, we'll do this, I guess. All right. We are focusing only on what the Goku can do. We've done a lot of defense emphasis. Let's now focus on offense. Without the stacking. How can he do... short form content wise without stacking? Does he need it? Because that will also kind of determine how you want to go for the hit potential build. 30 million, and that's how much we did. How does this event work? I gotta look it up. I don't remember. I'm honestly like, those of y'all who just know everything all the time, I commend you and I am impressed. I don't know how y'all can just know everything all the time. I can't. I can't even remember what a unit did the last turn. I don't know how y'all can do that. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, GDC Special Battle 4. All right. There we go. Super Saiyan 4. Gogeta. There's a lot going on here. I'll look after the turn. 31.7 million attack stat to start. We got all conditions, so we're going to be launching 3 supers at least. So there's one. We got a crit, 20 million damage. Next one, 22 million attack stat. $13 million damage. And we have crit, by the way. This is guaranteed crit. 23 million attack stat. $14.3 million damage. And nice dodge. You're going to dodge this, right? Because you have 70% chance to dodge. Thank God. Okay. The damage output was about the same as the Gogeta. Gogeta's 2 attacks was the equivalent of Super Saiyan 4 Goku's 3 attacks. This guy gets stronger with each passing turn, and he has a threshold damage mechanic. And so now that we've given this guy the 40% crit bonus by picking up some int key spheres, when we come back here, when we use his active skill, it is going to be a lot more effective. Uh-oh. Are we dead? He does 2 supers? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So what's going on over here? Oh, very nice. Okay. I want to keep those STR orbs around, so let me do this. Will that give me enough for Goku? Yes. Okay. So that's taken care of, and now we'll do this. We should be good. He's getting 40% stronger, but I think we'll be okay, because I don't think he's going to super early. Okay.
EX. It's in the game.
83 mil. Damn. Next rotation, we're gonna have both of the Super Saiyan 4 INT units. We're gonna have one as Vegeta, one as Goku. So it's gonna be awesome. Plus the 40% bonus from this turn. That is gonna be sweet. Also 70% bonus from the Gogeta next turn. I think we just win next turn. I brought the gods on the team so that they could, when they go blue, they could change orbs, and not once has that happened. All of the events that we've done have ended pretty quick because of the fact that they're more short form leaning, but also the power of the collective that is Giant Ape Power, GT Heroes. On his own, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta does not compare to the UI Row Blue. I think UI Row Blue is by far better. In terms of just individual abilities, but in the context of a team, I think that the Super Saiyan 4s fit better on their natural position, on their team, than the UI Row Blue would on theirs. Well, no, I don't know if that's necessarily true either, because... Well, no, you know what? Yeah, I would say yeah, because UI Row Blue, you kind of want to keep him in slot 1 at all times, whereas this guy, you can kind of move him around when you need to. So yeah, I think that's an okay statement to say. I think that's okay. All right, so next turn he's getting stronger. Okay. All right, so let's pick up them rainbow orbs piece fields. Oh, I guess we'll do this too, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's do that. Okay. We're gonna bench you, buddy. All right, so you are picking up 4 rainbow key spheres right there, okay? So there's yours. Oh, it's turn 3. We can't use the active. Come on, dude. All right, whatever. You're dead. Get out of my face. Max synergy. Oh, we don't have max synergy. Oh, because royal lineage. Of course. I mean, this guy's dead. Like, you gotta be dead here, right? You know, it'd be nice if we can get an EX attack from Vegeta to make the Goku even stronger. Give him a 50% attack. Bah! Boost! Seeing that makes me want to give him crits so bad, but no. Nope. Additionals and dodge. Additionals and dodge. 34 million attack stat. He's got a 50% attack boost, plus all links and everything, level 1. 21 million damage, dude. Additionals, dodge, and a bunch of attack, I think. I mean, but remember, this guy hasn't had any stacking. He has no stacking. This is all temporary stuff. So I don't want to be too critical. But that's 3 attacks. That's guaranteed crit, and that's 70% chance to dodge. 70. Actually, it's 71.5% chance to dodge. You're gonna dodge that, right, buddy? Right, buddy? Okay. By the way, he does have 70% damage reduction. So right there, I don't know how much he would have taken, but he would have taken 70% less because of the damage reduction. We are not done. I actually thought we were gonna be done. I was a fool. Will we win next turn? Or could we possibly come back and maybe use the spirit? Nah. Diamond Super Saiyan 4 is not going to let that happen. Oh, you know what? Actually? Okay. Yeah, that is a wrap. That's a wrap. We're just gonna kill him. Jeez. Yeah, okay. Daima Super Saiyan 4 is still the hardest hitting LR in the game. Without question. All right. That is, I think that's enough. We can wrap this up now. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This is a flex unit, a unit that is capable of adopting multiple roles, taking multiple responsibilities. The ease of flexibility makes this a great piece to add to the Giant Ape powered GT Heroes team. However, in the classic conventional way of judging a character, this unit is probably going to fall short. In terms of straight up raw tanking, in most cases you'll be fine. There will be some situations where you might struggle. Links will make this unit a whole lot better. But in terms of outright damage, hitting the floor running with a turn 1 Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it's not going to be at the level that you would expect for anniversary characters given what people are capable of now. Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku is by far and away the hardest hitting LR among the bunch. That does not change whatsoever. Even if this guy stacks a ton, I still don't see this guy getting anywhere close to Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. So you got to just get that thought out of your head. In terms of how he works in the context of some of his best teams, he works very well. Giant Ape powered GT Heroes, you have good slot 1s, you have good slot 2s. If the situation calls for it, you can mix and match and, you know, adapt to a rotation, which is very nice. And I do think that this unit is very good for that, but I think that's how you should be really focusing on the character, not so much the damage output. Now, in terms of how to build the character, I think at the end of the day, dodge and additional is the most important thing. Critical, he gets it. After one attack, basically with Super Saiyan 4, he gets crit. Vegeta, he's not doing a whole lot of damage. He is in slot 1 and he is tanking, and he is giving everyone else team attack stacking. That's all we need from him. I don't need him to do more. If you want to, you could, but I'm personally going to go max dodge, the rest additional, but any combination of the two will do. If you want to do, you know, 25 additional and like 6 dodge or whatever, that's fine. I'm going to try to go for a 20 dodge, 20 additional. And I'm going to try to give as much attack juice as possible, just so I can make him hit harder when he goes Super Saiyan 4. But the unit is good. It just doesn't fit the normal, like, oh my God, breaks the game sort of damage thing. That's okay though. I don't need that. Some might call that copium. It's fine. But for me, I think he's a he's a good synergy piece for Giant Ape Power. Top tier, I don't even know. What's the top tier team right now? Is it Giant Ape Power? Probably is. You got this guy, slot 1. You got Daima Super Saiyan 4, slot 2. That's your Shaq and Kobe. Like, you don't stop this. You just don't. You just don't. Unit's good. Unit's legit. I like him. Max dodge, rest additional for me. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Leave the comments your thoughts on the Super Saiyan 4 tag unit, the Goku Vegeta. Which one of the versions do you like more? Do you like the Vegeta more with the defense and the potential team stacking? Do you like the Goku with the combos, the dodging, the damage reduction, the orb changing, which also kind of contributes to a heal factor? Which one do you like more? How would you build a hit potential? What are your thoughts on the character overall? Do you agree with my take about the character being more valuable as sort of a flex piece and not necessarily just a straight up damager or defender? Let me know your thoughts overall. Anything else you want to talk about in the comments down below? Also be sure to subscribe for more dope content of the feature and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of myself do it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly. If you have been watching for the last hour, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't know why, but I am so obsessed with trying to get these videos to end on round numbers now. So I'm just going to talk a little bit longer. I mean, 10 seconds isn't that much. I want to get this to 1 hour and 9 minutes flat. We're just about there. Right about there. 7, 8, 9. Goodbye.